Problem number 7. It asks find the least common multiple for 5p minus 20 and 15p minus 60. Is there a common factor here? That'd be p minus 4. Is there a common factor over here? Which will also be a p minus 4. So what's the common factor or common multiple between 5 and 15? What's the common multiple between 5 and 15? 15. What is the common multiple between p minus 4 and p minus 4? So that would be my least common multiple in number 7. Problem number 8. T squared minus 8t plus 15 and t squared minus t minus 20. Since I have two quadratics, what do I need to do to them? Factor them. So what's the factorization of t squared minus 8t plus 15? So t minus 3, t minus 5, t squared minus t minus 20. The other way around. T minus 5 and t plus 4. What are all the different factors that are listed? There's a t minus 3. There's a t minus 5. And there's a t plus 4. This t minus 5 is the same as this one, isn't it? So those are all the ones listed. What's the exponent on the t minus 3? T minus 5. T plus 4. T minus 5. So do I have exponents of 1 on all these? So here's my least common multiple.
I had that on my paper.
Okay. Problem number 11. We had never talked about those. But do you have a Chromebook that has a calculator on it that you could put those in to find out which one matches? Okay. So problem number 12. If y varies directly as x, that means y equals kx. That's direct variation. Right? That's the formula that I gave you for doing direct variation. When y is equal to 4, the x is equal to a negative 2. So what's that going to give me for a value for k? Negative 2. So y equals kx again. I want to find out what the y is going to be, so I know what k is, and I know what x is. So y will be negative 60.
Can't you do the directly link that other way too, where you cut the two fractions?
Yes, you can. Okay, for 12. 13. The area of a triangle. varies jointly as its base and its height. So the area equals KBH. If the area is 75, when the base is 15 and the height is 10, I have to find it when I have some other numbers. So 75 equals 150K, so K is 75 over 150, which is 1/2 equals K. Using the same formula, A equals KBH. It says find A. I know the K now. They give you a B of 8 and an H of 6. So it should be 24. All right? Problem number 14. If y varies inversely as x, y then equals k over x, doesn't it? That's an inverse. Y is 2, x is 6, I have to find k. So 6 times 2 would equal k, 12 is equal to k. Using that same relationship, I know the k is 12, and they give you an x of 36, and they want you to find y. So it looks like it'll be about a 1/3. Okay? 15. Still working with relationships. Distance of a car can travel on a certain amount of fuel varies inversely with its speed. So distance is going to be equal to k over the speed. That's what an inverse means. If a car traveling 50 miles per hour, well, 50 miles per hour is speed, isn't it? Can travel 300 miles on 10 gallons of gas. Well, the 10 gallons of gas stays consistent throughout the whole problem, doesn't it? Doesn't ask you for a different amount of gas. So distance, 300, is equal to k over 50. So the k is equal to what? 15,000. So distance equals k over s. It asks how far can I go at 60 miles per hour. If you take 15,000 and divide it by 60,
250.
I think you will get 250 miles.
You guys just come up on stage, and Tiffany, Heaven, I need you to bring your Chromebook. Whichever one you plan on using, okay? Okay. Maybe your charger in case you use it so much that it dies. Okay?
Number 16, the equation y equals 14x over z with dependent variable y represents what kind of variation? Well, here's your dependent variable y. Dependent means that's what you're solving for. What type of relationship is this?
No, joint.
You
Joint 3.
either you're going to have to give me joint or combined.
I have joint.
I have joint, which I didn't know. Do you take?
I didn't get this far.
According to their definition, it would be combined, but I also told you it could also be joint. But its actual answer is combined. Okay? Number 17. The equation AC equals 5 represents what type of variation?
Inverse. It's inverse.
It's inverse.
If you have to divide.
I don't care whether you divide by the C or you divide by the A. It would make it an inverse variation. (18) n over n minus 4 plus n equals 12 minus 4n over n minus 4. Got an equation? Do you want to work with the fractions? How many people want to work with fractions? Anybody?
That is just a common denominator.
Okay, so you're right. We have to get rid of the denominators by multiplying everything by the common denominator, which would be, so I need to multiply here by n minus 4, here by n minus 4, here by n minus 4. This cancels this, gives me an n. This one doesn't cancel, so I'd have n times n minus 4 equals, these two cancel, 12 minus 4n. Multiplying. Looks like I got a quadratic, don't I? If I have a quadratic, I'm going to have to put everything so that it equals 0. Or 0 equals everything. I don't care. Can I simplify the n and the negative 4n?
Yeah.
Now what do I need to do?
You can add the 4n to the negative 3n and get 1n. And then you subtract 12 on over 4.
Yep.
And here's it all equals to 0.
Have a quadratic.
Yeah.
And what do I need to do?
Factor.
Factor. Any two factors of a negative 12 that will add up to a positive n.
3 and 4.
3 and negative.
3 and negative 4 and positive 3.
So n minus 3 has to equal 0, or n plus 4 equals 0. So n equals 3, n equals negative 4. What do I do with those two?
I'll back in to make sure that they don't equal 0.
Yep, I have to put them back in to make sure that my denominators at least don't equal 0. If I put a 3 in, 3 minus 4 is a negative 1, so I'm okay there. 3 minus 4 is a negative 1, I'm okay there, right? If I put a negative 4 in, a negative 4 minus 4 is, and a negative 4 minus 4 is, so do they both work? At least from that check, it does. So 3 and a negative 4. $19. Again, a fraction. How do I get rid of the fraction? Nothing to cancel here, so I have a 4b. This cancels this, I have a negative 1. This cancels this, I have a 3. So 4b is less than 4. B would be less than 1. But if I go and put in all the negative numbers, they will not work, which that's where the 0 is less than B is less than 1 becomes your correct answer. Because if I put in negative numbers here, this sign flips. How many people had B is less than 1?
I had nothing. I didn't make that far. I don't know.
Okay?
Didn't get that far.
So we got through all 19 problems, didn't we? Even with major interruptions. The actual answer is Z is less than B is less than 1. As I was saying, if you put in the negative ones, your sign flips and it no longer works.